Hello there, I'm Brad Amberhart. I'm on the beautiful island of Ibiza in Spain. Last night, a beautiful question got asked at dinner. I was telling people that I keep meeting people in Ibiza that are coming here to learn Tantra. And there was a woman at the table who said, "Wow, what's that?" As if I could tell her in a minute or two while we're eating our pasta what Tantra is. And to cap it all off, she said, "I want to go home and give my boyfriend a tantric massage." We laughed again because when you hear the word tantra massage, what do you think of? I mean, does that mean you give somebody a rub and a tug? Does it mean you tell them spiritual things and sing them mantras while you're massaging them? It could, but what I would like to propose is there really is such a thing as tantric massage. I used to laugh at the idea because I perceived Tantra to be a way of life that is believed to have begun in India more than 1,000 years ago, and actually probably began way before that. So to condense that into a phrase like massage used to seem kind of ridiculous to me. But then the reality is, if you're really talking about true Tantra, you're talking about transformation. Tantra is about discovery and learning something new. You can apply Tantra to the way you cook, the way that you do your laundry, the way that you ride a bicycle, and of course you can apply it to your juicy sex life. So what we're talking about today is how do you apply some basic principles of Tantra that can excite your man head to toe and allow him to experience sensations in his body that may be brand new and just over the top fucking exciting without actually fucking. That can come later. So we're going to go through several principles in the next few minutes. The basic principles that we're working with are a sense of safety, the ability to fully express oneself and feel safe and supported. In order to do that, what it's going to take for this man who's receiving a massage is a place where he feels like he can really make some noise, and where he can move and be in ways that will not be judged. Because a lot of men, we really feel like if we make certain noises that it might sound too feminine, or if we make this noise that it might mean we're not like really what we thought we were. And we're going to forget about all that because you're alone with your lover, and your lover has made the space for you. Check. So the front door of the house is locked. If you don't live alone, you're going to make sure that you tell everybody to stay away. You're going to go in a room where you can shut the door, or a place where you feel completely safe. Next, you've got to turn off your phone, okay? We can keep our phone in airplane mode and use it as a timer only. Now that we're in a safe space and the phone is in airplane mode or off, you can set the timer. I recommend setting the timer for 60 minutes of whole body massage. This also needs to account for at least 15 minutes just to get into the space and get your clothes off, and some time at the end to integrate from the experience. If you're lovers, you may want to set aside a whole afternoon so that after your male lover receives a massage, you might really enjoy yourself. Or at a minimum, set aside enough time for him to receive for a full hour. Okay, next. There are several basic ways that we can move energy in the body that will allow him to enjoy himself for a full hour or more. What we're going to do is experiment with refraining from ejaculation for the whole time. Now a guy's going to go, why would I want to do that? And does that mean this is a tantric thing? Tantra isn't all about refraining from ejaculation, but the reality is refraining from ejaculation is something that most of us as men have never done for very long. To commit to do that for a whole hour is quite an experiment. What's going to happen then is energy is going to be available to move throughout our bodies in ways that we're not used to. And our partner is going to facilitate that by physically massaging us and moving energy from our pelvis up to our heart center, recognizing that the energy that often gets trapped here needs to be moved throughout your whole body. Your partner, she or he who's giving you the massage, can move it out to the ends of your arms. The person who's giving, it's important to remind your partner to make sound. So this can be any of a number of sounds. It doesn't matter what kind of noise you make, just make some noise. It's going to vibrate your bones It's going to help move energy out from your pelvis and into your heart and the rest of your body. Periodically, the giver can pause the massage experience and invite the recipient to take a deep breath. I recommend periodically pausing and taking 4 deep breaths together, and exhaling with a soft sound. Now you may think that sounds really new agey. The reality is it's a primal instinct for people to make sound. And when even you make a soft sound such as with your lover while you're aroused, you are returning to a space of primal connection and instinct. Now for the giver, for the first 15 minutes or so of the massage, it's really important to refrain from directly stimulating your lover's cock. So make sure that once in a while you might tease him a little bit, stimulate him for a second or two, but keep the energy moving. After about 15 or 20 minutes, you can start to give more direct contact, and I recommend that the contact often be with something other than your hands. Like you can use your breast, you can use the back of your arm, and after you're breathing and moving and sweating together, you might contact him with your whole body. There are mermaids in Ibiza. One just walked by. Okay, so here we are. 2 people together engaged in whole body delight. Remember to continuously move energy from the pelvis up through the body. Remember to move energy from the heart out through the arms. Remember to keep your lover breathing and invite him to breathe all the way from below his balls up through his belly. Even just breathing from here to here opens up a place that's often blocked right in the middle of men. Also remember to breathe down, because you're breathing this energy back down into the earth. You're establishing a bigger connection beyond the excitement of our genitals. So we've got the breath, we've got the movement, we've got the sound, we've got a safe space, you're playing with arousal. What about the ejaculation? Well, what I've found is when you're really in the midst of this experience and you're able to stay with it 30 or 40 minutes, the acute urge to ejaculate begins to wane, and instead you begin to feel totally excited throughout your whole body. I call this an orgasmic state, remembering that orgasm doesn't always have to be a specific event. Like you build up to a climax, you have a climax, and then you descend back down. Orgasm can be a state of being that can literally last for hours. Some people, such as Margot Anand, a woman that I really deeply admire, has said, Tantra isn't really just about orgasm. It's about being orgasmic in life. So imagine writhing in the delight of this experience for the whole time that you're together without the expectation that it has to lead to a big climax. Eventually you're going to find yourself riding the waves, surfing together. Well, what do you do if you don't ejaculate? I mean, you can. I mean, it's certainly more fun to ejaculate if you wait an hour, in my opinion. You can always have a really wonderful ejaculatory orgasm at the end. However, you may find that if you hold each other in one another's arms and lie still and take some deep breaths together and make sounds together, that eventually you can coast in for a landing. You may even become so relaxed that your bodies are exhilarated and delighted, but you're completely relaxed and not feeling a need to ejaculate anymore. You may go to sleep together, and then when you wake up, you may go into the next part of your experience, which could be another massage. It could be an afternoon of lovemaking, or it could be a nice kiss and let's go make dinner and come back to this tomorrow. Always give yourself the space that you need. I think that's enough said. And I hope that these 5 minutes have given an introduction to the way Tantra can be used in the context